All right, so the Grammys was last night, and I'm not talking about a meeting of a whole bunch of grandmothers over tea. I got a whole recap. Let's do it. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the world's worst comedian, Terrell Wright, and this is a special edition of 411 the podcast. We are going to do a Grammy recap on this particular show. So we've got a lot to talk about. The 2025 Grammys was last night. I'm not going to cover every single thing that happened in the Grammys because if I did, we'd be here for 3 hours, and I know y'all don't have the attention span for that. So we're going to go over the highlights of the Grammys. We're going to cover everything that I feel like is pertinent to talk about, which is a lot of stuff. But we're going to get through it. And I just want to start off by saying I haven't been really watching award shows here recently because they've been kind of boring. And I will say that this particular show was actually pretty good. They did a very good job of putting the show together. They had good performances. They had awards that I didn't think people would win, and they actually did win. So that was actually really cool. So I really appreciated the fact that they put some work into this show. But let's start off by talking about the host of the show. So Trevor Noah was the host of the show. Now, this was his 5th year hosting the Grammys. And it leads me to believe that nobody else wants to do this show. Like, why is it that nobody else wants to host? No comedians, no musicians, nobody else wants to host. And he actually did a very good immigration joke, pretty much saying that this is the last time that he would do it because he would probably be deported. And he does a really good job. He really does. But it leads me to believe that hosting the Grammys is like going to a Diddy party. Like everybody's like, yeah, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. Like I'm working that day. Like I got some other stuff that I gotta do. But he did a good job. He really did. And he kept the show flowing, and he had a little bit of impromptu moments or little improv moments that were good. They weren't like too I guess the word I'm looking for is racy or too controversial. Like he didn't really have any super controversial moments, which is actually refreshing at this time because it seems like everything is controversial these days. But he did a good job. He really did. I have no complaints on the job that he did. But let's get the positive stuff out of the way. So there was a lot of stuff that happened in the Grammys, but the positive thing about the entire show, and this is one thing that I absolutely loved, was the fact that the Grammys did a solid for a lot of the local businesses in Los Angeles. And when I say that, what they did was they gave ad space to local businesses in Los Angeles that lost a lot of their business or lost a lot of things because of the wildfires. So with every single commercial break, the first commercial was a local business in LA that was advertising their business, and they actually threw in like some celebrities. Like I know Doja Cat was one of them. I want to say it was the Jonas Brothers or somebody else that was like another, like a part of another commercial. And I thought that was pretty dope. I thought that was really cool that they were doing that for those local businesses in order to try to bring some money to them. And also they were collecting donations. They had a QR code up at the beginning of it, and they were collecting donations throughout the entire episode. And I think towards the end of it, Trevor Noah said that they had gotten about $7 million in donations, which is absolutely amazing. So kudos to the Academy. Kudos to the Grammys for doing that. And I say the Academy. I'm thinking about the Oscars. Kudos to the Grammys, whoever's on that committee or whatever, for doing that. That was actually really, really, really dope. And I hope that it brings some relief to those people that are in need of help out there in LA. Now, let's talk about some of the Grammy looks, some of the red carpet looks. I'm gonna tell you, there was a lot of stuff. Man, let's just get into it. Let's just get into it. So Miley Cyrus, Miley Cyrus, Miley Cyrus is all I gotta say, and we're just gonna leave it at that. Billie Eilish. She had a performance, and she always brings it with her performances. I mean, the girl is just so dope. But we got Billie Eilish right here looking like a cross between Inception and like The Matrix with this look. And I will say the thing about Billie Eilish is she's always going to wear whatever it is that she wants to wear, and she is not trying to conform to any kind of stereotype or any kind of look that people want to see from her. The girl wears what she wants to wear. But anyways, I thought this was dope. She's always dope no matter what she does. Chapel Roan or Chapel, I don't even know who this chick is. I really don't. Like, as much as I want to say I know who she is, I have no idea who she is. She had a moment when she won her award, her Grammy, where she was talking about healthcare and how artists need healthcare and this and that. And I'm about to say I don't want to get into it because I'm not covering that part of it. You can Google it and see what she did say. But she did have a moment, and I think it was pretty dope, the moment that she had. She used her platform to, put out whatever it was that she wanted to put out, her agenda or whatnot. But so we have her, and then we have Lady Gaga. And when I see these two pictures with her and then Lady Gaga beside that or after that, it makes me wonder, is this the Grammys or is this Game of Thrones? Because there seemed to be like an overarching theme of very gothic, very like dark, kind of medieval times type of garb happening with the red carpet. I don't know. It was really, really, really weird. And piggybacking off of that of being really, really weird, John Legend. Is it me or does it seem like he's always uncomfortable? Like he's always not prepared to take a picture. He always looks just slightly slightly uncomfortable, like he's not ready for what's about to happen. That is the world's most awkward man. Like, he is so awkward in everything that he does. Man, I don't get it. And then we have Jaden Smith. I don't know. You get to a certain point in life and you realize that people are different. That's all I can say. He's just different. And I don't even know if it's in a good way. He's just different. But anyways, last but certainly not least. Last but certainly and definitely not least, Kanye and his wife, Bianca. Now, this is the beginning of the outfit. She took the whatever you call it out, mink or coat or whatever she had covering her. She took that completely off and exposed everything. When I say everything, literally everything. She had, and I can't even show y'all this on here. I can't show it anywhere. You'll have to Google it. You'll have to look it up because it's that racy. And I say that racy as in she took the thing off and there was nothing but a sheer dress on. And I say a sheer dress on as in like just like a screen. She was wearing a window screen and you could see everything. And she didn't have anything on. Anything. Butt ball naked. Booty ball naked is what we call it. Butt naked, butt ass naked, booty ball naked, just coot and prune shoot just out in the open. I don't get it. I get it, but I don't get it. Kanye is Kanye. and it seems like everything that she wears is a product of his mind. I don't know. Rightfully so, they got kicked out. They got kicked off of the red carpet because she was butt ass naked and not covering up. I just can't. I can't. Anyways, the awards. So we'll talk about the awards real quick. I don't want to talk about all the awards. There was some shockers, and then there was some not shockers. Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga, the song they won. That was obvious. Chapel Rain, or whatever her name is, she won one. That was obvious. SZA won one. That was obvious. Everybody knows SZA's going to win every single year. But the ones I really want to talk about is, first off, Beyonce. Now, Beyonce won country artist, or not country artist, but country album of the year. Let's take a look at that.
And the Grammy goes to Cowboy Carter.
I find it really funny that Beyonce acts like she's surprised that she just won a Grammy. How is it that as Beyonce, you are surprised that you just won a Grammy? I'm not buying this face. But this face is funny, though. This face looks like she just realized that she left the door unlocked before they left the house. This face looks like she just tried to fart and just realized that was not a fart. This face looks like she just realized that those Jay-Z allegations are true. You can't be surprised as Beyonce that you just won a Grammy for stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing country music. And speaking of country music fans, how y'all feel about that? Let me know in the comments. Because I know there's some country music fans out there that are absolutely hot that she just won that award. But anyways, I digress. The other award that I thought was really interesting was the Kendrick Lamar. So he won a couple. And I think the thing that's really, really crazy about that is the fact that it was a diss track. In the history of hip hop, and I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there was any rapper that won a Grammy off of a diss track. Drake, how you feeling, bro? Are you good? Because Kendrick Lamar just won a Grammy off of your diss track. Like, I don't know if Drake can come back from this. I really don't. I think Drake could go the rest of his life and not do another album, and people would be like, yeah, okay, yeah, I get that. I totally get it. Like, Kendrick Lamar just won a Grammy off of your diss track, and he's about to do the Super Bowl. Like, I just don't know if you can get any bigger than that. And the ultimate flex is for him to be standing on stage and the entire arena, when I'm talking about the entire arena, I'm talking about all of the regular folks like me who were there, but also all of the celebrities saying A minor. Like, that's the ultimate flex. It just doesn't get any better than that. Like, literally, Drake, you are buried, my friend. One last thing I want to talk about is the Quincy Jones tribute. Now, we all know how important Quincy Jones was. I don't even need to sit here and say how important Quincy Jones was. He shaped music as a whole for an entire generation. And I know I wouldn't be who I am if it weren't for Quincy Jones and the music that he produced, because the music that he produced kind of set me on the path that I went on. And he is one of, if not the greatest producers of all time. But the thing I think is really interesting is the fact that Will Smith headed up that tribute. And yes, Will Smith is trying to get himself back out in the public. But I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to be honest, and I'm going to call it like I see it. It's weird. It's weird. There's tension there. It's odd. It's awkward. Like, you can't look at Will Smith the same way. You just can't. There's no way you can look at him on that stage and not imagine him smacking the snot out of somebody. It's just, there's no way. And I hate to be that person. I really do. But it's just weird. I'm going to say it. And is it just me, or does it look like this man is tired? This man has just been through life. Just the look on his face, he doesn't look happy at all. But anyways, I digress with that. But y'all couldn't find anybody else to do the tribute? His daughter, Rashida Jones, maybe she could have did it. I don't know. Maybe she couldn't keep herself together enough to do it. I don't know. And nothing against Will Smith. It's just, it was so odd. It was so weird. It was so awkward. It was like being at that family event with that uncle that you know, like, did some really, really, like, off the wall stuff, and you're just trying to be cordial, but you just can't. Like, I don't know, man. It's just really odd. It really is. But the performances were awesome. They were. The not Claudia. What's the girl's name from Wicked? Why is her name leaving me right now? Cynthia, whatever her name is. And I know y'all, all the Wicked fans are gonna straight drag me for this. The girl can sing. I mean, just flat out. The girl can sing, and she did her thing. And there were some other performances that were, I don't want to talk about, Lainey Wilson and somebody else who I can't believe y'all would have them follow Homegirl. But anyways, and then Janelle Monáe did her thing. You know, Janelle Monáe, you got to give it to the girl. She's a great performer. She always leaves it all on the stage. It always gets a little weird at times, but you know, her heart's in a good place, and the girl is super talented. So she did her thing. She did the MJ song pretty justice. Don't stop till you get enough. And but yeah, I mean, I think the Quincy Jones tribute was a pretty good one. It was a pretty good one. All right, so this portion of the show is going to be the throwback movie of the day. And in honor of the late, great Quincy Jones, the throwback movie of the day is going to be The Wiz. Yes, The Wiz. So if you guys don't know what The Wiz is, it is a spinoff. I guess I can say a spinoff, but a different version of The Wizard of Oz. Diana Ross was in it. She actually played Dorothy. Michael Jackson played the Scarecrow. There was a bunch of other stars in that movie, but it was a spinoff of The Wizard of Oz, and it was an amazing production. And Quincy Jones did most of the music or the score for The Wiz. I have not watched it in a long time. And as I'm doing this, it makes me want to go back and watch it. And I think I'll either watch it tonight or tomorrow, just to kind of refresh my memory with it. But it's a classic. It really is. And Michael Jackson did an amazing job. And of course, he played the Scarecrow of all characters to play. He played the Scarecrow in it. But the music is exceptional. It really is. So if you have not had an opportunity to check out The Wiz, check out The Wiz. That is the throwback movie of this episode. Go check it out. This next portion of the show is called Brought to You By. Are you sick and tired of being number two? Do you want to step up and take control? Well, introducing Head of the House. For one easy payment of $35.99, you too can be the head of your house by just that, wearing a house on your head. There is more than one way to get ahead in life. Head of the house. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate every single one of you. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to this video, and turn on your notifications so you are notified every single time I drop a new episode. I appreciate every single one of y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. You have just watched 411 the podcast. Deuces.